Welcome back to the channel, and to the very first episode of my brand new series, What's on the Cartridge. This is where I take a look at newly announced Evercade releases and go through everything that's included on the cart, breaking down each game so you know exactly what you're getting. Today we're starting off with the Turrican Collection for Evercade, a cartridge that pulls together 8 games from one of the most respected run and gun series of the late 80s and early 90s. It covers the original home computer releases, the console versions, and the later expanded editions. Let's go through the full lineup. Turrican is the original entry and where the series first established its identity. The game is built around large open levels where exploration is just as important as combat. Instead of simply moving from left to right, you're expected to search for hidden upgrades, alternative routes, and secret areas that gradually make you stronger. Combat mixes range shooting with close quarters options, and the challenge comes from learning enemy patterns and managing your movement through complex layouts. It can be demanding at first, but once you get used to how it plays, it becomes clear why this game built such a strong following. Turrican II takes everything from the first game and expands upon it. The levels are larger, the enemy variety is broader, and the overall pacing feels more refined. There's a better balance between freedom and direction, making it easier to navigate while still rewarding players who explore thoroughly. This is often considered the high point of the original trilogy. Movement feels smoother, aggression feels more natural, and the difficulty curve is more consistent. For many players, this is the version that best represents the classic Turrican formula. Turrican III continues the same foundations but with a slightly tighter structure. Levels are still open, but they're more focused, with a stronger push towards forward momentum. It feels less sprawling than the earlier games, while still keeping exploration at its core. This entry works well as a transition between early computer-focused design and what the series would become on consoles. It keeps the same DNA but represents it in a more controlled and streamlined way. Mega Turrican marks the series' shift onto home consoles. Compared to the Amiga titles, its pacing is faster and the level design is more direct. There's less backtracking and more emphasis on constant movement and sustained action. It still keeps the core Turrican mechanics intact, but it's clearly built for a home console audience. If you prefer tighter stages, quicker progression, and a strong focus on run and gun combat, this is one of the most accessible games on the cartridge. The Director's Cut of Mega Turrican is an expanded version of the original console release. It restores content that was removed previously and makes adjustments to level layouts and presentation. While the core gameplay remains the same, there are enough changes here to make it feel fresh. For players who already know Mega Turrican, this version offers a different way to experience it. For new players, it delivers a more complete take on the console entry, making it a strong alternative to the standard version. Super Turrican adapts the series for Nintendo hardware and takes a slightly different design approach. Levels are more compact, movement is tighter, and the overall structure is more linear compared to the Amiga originals. This one feels very much like Turrican, but with a stronger arcade-style flow. The version suits players who enjoy precise platforming, consistent action, and a more straightforward stage-to-stage structure. The Director's Cut of Super Turrican expands on the original with redesigned levels and restored content. This isn't a minor update. The layout changes noticeably alter how the game plays and how the stages flow. Because of that, it feels more like an alternative version than a simple revision. It adds extra value to the cartridge by giving players a second way to experience the Super Turrican formula. Super Turrican II acts as the climax to the console side of the series. It introduces more variety through vehicle stages and large set-piece moments, giving it a stronger sense of spectacle. Visually, it's one of the most impressive games on the entire collection. The gameplay is more directed and heavy action than before, with less exploration and more emphasis on momentum and pacing again. For many players, this will be the standout console experience on the cartridge. Alongside the 8 full games, the cartridge also includes a couple of fun bonuses. You've got Mega Turrican Score Attack and Super Turrican Score Attack. These focus on single stages built around score chasing rather than full campaigns. They're designed for replay and mastery, giving you a reason to return after finishing the main games. It's a good addition for players who enjoy refining routes and pushing for higher scores. So that's the full breakdown of what's included on the Turrican Collection. 8 games that show how the series changed across different systems, from the early computer releases through to later console entries, along with the expanded versions and score modes. It's a really varied lineup and one that gives a proper look at the different sides of Turrican. If the video helped you at all or gave you a clear idea of what's on the cart, giving it a like really helps the channel out. If you've got any thoughts on the collection, or there's one game here that you especially are interested in playing, please feel free to leave a comment and let me know down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you enjoyed this video today, or want to keep up with future Evercade releases, consider subscribing. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.